Welcome back. This is another YouTube class. Now, this class is a little bit different to the other classes we have been doing, okay? This class is a midterm test preparation class. So you don't need to use the book today because there's no chapter. It's not chapter 6. This is the plan that I'm going to show you, the outline and the guide I'm going to show you is here on the screen. I will also put this on the LMS website so you can see it yourself and you can use this as your guide for the midterm test. Now, it's a really important class, guys. Make sure you go back, you watch all the other videos, you finish all the quizzes, you do everything before you watch this video so that then you're ready for this video, okay? All right, so let's take a look. This is the midterm test outline or guide. Now I'm going to talk you through what the midterm test is about, give you some tips, give you some key points, show you the questions. Okay, so I'm going to give you the questions before the test, and I want you to start thinking about and start writing down some ideas that you have for your answers. And then in the next class, we will have some speaking practice. We have lots of time to practice, guys. But it's very important that you watch this video and then you come next class prepared with some ideas for what you want to talk about. So let's take a look, guys. This is the midterm test guide, midterm test outline. All right, so number 1, in your midterm test, you will work in pairs. Okay, so I'm going to give you a random partner. That's right, random. All right. So please don't ask me. All right. So teacher, can I be with, this person? It's not possible. Okay. It's just a random partner, and your partner is given to you in the class. All right. Doesn't matter who your partner is, but you will have time. You will have time to talk with your partner, to practice with your partner. Okay, so again, it's important that you don't skip class, because if you skip class, your partner will be very upset. All right, anyway, so we work in pairs. All right, the next one is you must discuss 4 questions from the question list. Now, I've written here 4 questions, but in the test, sometimes some people speak faster than other people, okay? And some people kind of rush through the questions. So I'm writing here a little bit of a change, 3 or 4 questions. Now, if you do 3 and you do 3 very well, and then time's up, that's perfect, wonderful, no problem. If you do 4 just really quickly, that's okay. All right, so maybe you do 3 questions and then you stop, and I say, guys, you still have time, I'm going to give you another question. Okay, so I will only give you 4 questions if you have more time after you do 3 questions. All right, so most people will do 3 questions. Okay, I don't think many people will do 4 questions. Probably don't need to do 4 questions. Now, each question will be selected at random. Okay, selected at random. So when you come to the test, you and your partner, you sit down, or it's Zoom, so you turn on your screen and your audio, and then I will just choose a random question, and then I will give you another one and give you another one. Okay, so all the questions are random, so that's why you need to prepare to answer all of the questions. All right. Each answer should be followed by at least 2 or 3 follow-up questions. Now remember, guys, this is the key to the test. Every class we practice this, okay? Every class I tell you, all right, guys, get in a partner, ask a question, listen to your partner, ask another question. This is called a follow-up question, okay? So if I say to you, for example, if we take one of the questions down here, what is your dream job? You ask your partner says, well, my dream job is to be a teacher. All right, I want to teach art in high school or university or something like that. So you need to ask your partner some questions. So why do you want to be an art teacher? Do you study art now? What kind of art are you interested in? Can you draw very well? Any question is okay. All right, but you've got to think of at least 2 or 3. At least 2 or 3. So if you do 3, 4, 5, that's fantastic. Okay, least is the minimum. You need to do more probably. Okay. And number 5, natural changes within conversation are allowed and even encouraged. Okay. Now, what does this mean? This means that if you start a question, so let's say the question is this: when was your favorite vacation? Now remember, we talked about this in class, the first class we did, right? You guys did a little project, right? Now, you can use that. You can use that information. You can use some of your questions from that chapter. But what does this mean? Natural changes within conversation are allowed and even encouraged. Well, this means if my question is this, right? When was your favorite vacation? Now, what is the topic? The topic is favorite vacations. Vacation, right? Trips, vacation, that kind of thing. That's the topic, right? So let's say you're talking and your partner says, yeah, my favorite vacation was 2 years ago when I went to Jeju with my best friends. Okay, so all right, so your partner went to Jeju with her best friends. Now, maybe you ask her some follow-up questions and say, okay, what did you do in Jeju? Oh, we went to this museum and we went to the beach and we ate some delicious food. Oh, what kind of food did you eat? I love Jeju food. What kind of food did you eat? Oh, we had, veggie or whatever it is, right? You had some special food. Now, maybe you and your partner say, oh my gosh, that's my favorite food. Let's see. Maybe you say to your partner, do you know a place I can eat 흑돼지 in Busan? Okay. So now the topic, we kind of change the topic, right? We're talking about 여행, right? Trips, vacation. But then we switched the topic to talk about one specific thing about the vacation. 흑돼지, right? Or black pig, right? So now we're talking about where can I find black pig in Busan, all right? And then maybe your partner says, oh, you can find black pig in Samyeon somewhere in a restaurant. Oh, okay. And then you can talk about, oh, so what's your favorite food? All right. So now we've changed the topic to what's your favorite food? Okay. Now, if the conversation naturally goes like that, that's okay. All right. That's okay. But don't suddenly change the conversation. Okay. So if your partner says, when was your favorite vacation? You say, oh, my favorite vacation was 2 years ago in Jeju. And suddenly you go, oh, what's your favorite food? Yeah, I'll tell you. It's very random. Okay, so it needs to be natural. Naturally going into a different topic is okay. All right, I hope you understand that. Conversation, guys. Natural conversation. Okay, so these are the main 5 things you need to remember. The main points. Okay, 2 people in pairs, 3 to 4 questions, probably 3 questions, random questions. Uh, you should ask extra questions to your partner. All right, you should have a conversation, and you can naturally change the topic. All right. Now, these are some extra things you should remember for the test. Number 1, a partner will be given to you during the test preparation class. Okay, so this is the test preparation video. Next class is a test preparation class. Okay, so we will have time to practice with our real test partner. All right, I'm going to give you some time to practice. So please, again, don't skip class because you need to practice with your partner. The test time is 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so remember, if you have 3 questions and you're talking for about 2 minutes for each question, okay, 2 minutes for each question. Now, 2 minutes, guys, is not a long time, but if you do not prepare well, it feels like a long time. Okay, if you prepare well, if you ask questions, if you're talking with your partner, it's no time, right? Just 2 minutes, bam, finish, next question. But again, if you don't prepare, it's very long. All right, so make sure you prepare, guys. Now, here's a very important point. Storm teacher, me, may ask extra questions if the conversation is too slow or not progressing. So if you and your partner stop talking, but you have time, then I will ask questions. Now, if I ask questions, that is not good. Okay, so one more time. If I speak in your test, that is not a good thing. Okay, so if I speak, that means you're not speaking, and it's your speaking test. Okay, so the key, guys, is just keep going. All right, I wrote it here at the bottom. Don't stop talking. That is a very key point. Okay, listen to your partner. Okay, listen. And think about questions: when, why, what, who, where, how much, how many, how long. Think about any question and just ask your partner and get more information and think about more things you can talk about. Okay, that's the key, guys. It's a conversation, not an interview. Okay, it's not one person talking to another person asking questions. No, A, B, both asking questions. All right. We will practice in class before the test. So again, you should try to practice all the questions with a classmate before the test day. Okay, so again, don't skip class. Here's another one, guys. Do not write a script. What is a script? Well, a script is, all right, you and your partner come to class and you say, hey partner, hey, how you doing? Yeah, good. All right, so let's do the first question. All right, so I'm A, okay, and I say, oh, when was your favorite vacation? All right, and that's me, I say that, and then you, partner, you're B, and you say it was, again, 2 years ago, when I went to Jeju. Anyway, I'll just continue, and then A, I say this, B, you say this, and we continue down. Don't do this. Do not do this, okay? Do not come to class, sit down with your partner and write down a script. Why? Teacher, why? This is a good idea. No, it's a terrible idea because, number one, this takes a long time, okay? You have to write down a script for every question. You see all these questions? You cannot write down a script for every question. It's too much, okay? So that's it. Number one, it takes too much time. And number two, when you are speaking, you sound like a robot, all right? Because there's no free speaking. There's no conversation. It's just you're reading something, okay? This is not a reading test. It's a speaking test, okay? So, again, what you need to do is don't write a script, but just focus on listening to your partner, focus on you preparing your answers, okay? If you prepare something interesting, something detailed, okay? So if you think about when was your favorite vacation, all right? Okay. Remember in the book, right, we asked these questions. What did you do, all right? Why was it so interesting? Who did you go with? How long did you stay? What did you eat when you went to Jeju? What was the most memorable thing? Did anything bad happen when you're in Jeju? Right? Okay, I just made 5 questions. Okay, that's it. That's enough. If I can think about 5 things, 5 questions in my head, all right? Maybe I can write down some questions, just some random questions. Oh, when did you go? Right? Oh, what did you do in blank? Right? In place name. Okay. Ah, who did you go with? All right. So this is much better, guys. Think about questions. Don't think about a script. Okay. Very, very important, guys. This is much better to do it this way. Okay, because these questions, guys, these questions, you can use these questions for other things, all right? For other questions, you can use the same questions, all right? You can just change some details, all right? And last key point here, guys, is focus on the grammar in the question and use words we studied in class, okay? Focus on the grammar. Again, you don't need to don't use difficult words from the dictionary and make this a very confusing test for your partner. Don't do that, okay? Keep it simple, but focus on the minbab in the book, okay? Again, you don't need to use grammar outside of these chapters in the book, all right? You don't need to. Focus on chapter 1 grammar, chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So remember, chapter 5, we just did phrasal verbs, right? So try to use them in the test. It's a good idea. So let's look at the questions. All right. These are your real test questions. So I'm not changing these questions. Let's take a look. All right. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So that means you need to prepare in class and with your partner to answer all 7 questions. Okay. Now I have written down here, guys, the question, the chapter that you need to focus on for the question. So that means what is the main grammar I need to use in the question, and then I just put a blank space here. You can check it, like I'm ready, I understand it, I got it, me and my partner are ready. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through this, guys, and then wrap this class up. Okay. What's your dream job? Okay. Simple question. This is looking at chapter 2. Now, in your book, chapter 2 is using present tense. Okay. What is your dream job? My dream job is this. Okay. Now, we're also talking about jobs. So that's a topic. All right. That's the workplace jobs. Again, remember, guys, you can talk about anything in this topic. So, what's your dream job? Maybe you talk about, oh, do you have a job now? Do you have a part-time job? Is it good? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? What do you do? Right? You can talk about that. And then you can talk about, in the future, what your partner wants to do. Why? Lots of options, okay? So this is your first question, guys. What is your dream job? Okay. Number 2, when was your favorite vacation? We did this question. You already did it in class. So you don't need to worry too much about this question. But again, just make sure that you know it's chapter 1. That's the vacations chapter. 과거형. You need to use past tense, okay? Again, you have lots of questions in the book. You can steal the questions from the book if you want to ask your partner those. Number 3, where is the best place to hang out in your city? Hang out, guys, is a phrasal verb. Okay, this is a phrasal verb. Now, phrasal verbs are in chapter 5, we just did. But you can use any munbab, any grammar, to answer this question. All right. But the important thing is you understand what hangout means. Okay. I'll tell you now, hangout means to spend time with your friends doing something you enjoy. Spending time with your friends doing something you enjoy. You can hang out at the cafe, hang out in the restaurant, hang out in the PC room, hang out cinema, doesn't matter. You can hang out anywhere. You're just with your friends, hanging out, doing something. Okay? So that's what it means. Make sure you understand that, and you can use any other grammar to talk about this question. Okay? Next one. What are you going to do? So this is milehan, future tense. So that's chapter 3. After you graduate from university. Okay, so again, in class, I think some people kind of talked about this question already. All right. So what are you going to do after you graduate from university? Chapter 3, you can talk about that. Lots of options. You know, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Are you going to get a job? What kind of job? You're going to go traveling. Lots of things you can talk about. All right. How has your life changed since you were in high school? All right. So this, guys, is comparing your life. Comparing people. All right. Compare your high school life to your university life. How has your life changed? Now, everybody, I'm sure, will have some interesting answer because of COVID, right? Terrible thing. So your COVID university life is probably very different to your high school life. Okay. What's changed? What's different? Use chapter 1, which is 과거, talk about your high school life. Then use chapter 2, 현재, 시제, to talk about your present life in university. Next one, are you going to continue to study English or another language when you finish university? Chapter 3, future tense. Are you going to? Yes, I will. I want to study this language. Or no, I will not because of this. All right, talk about it. Think about some questions. Last one here, guys. What is your normal morning routine? What is your normal morning routine? So this, guys, this could be lots of things. It could be talking about chapter 2, right? Present tense. You can even use, phrasal verbs from chapter 5. You can also use, obviously, prepositions. But guys, you can see there's no chapter 4 here, right? Because chapter 4 is every chapter, okay? Is every question. Every question we use chapter 4, okay? So I'm not writing chapter 4 here. But again, you can use chapter 4, obviously, in this question too. All right, so that's it, guys. 7 questions you need to prepare. So by next class, guys, everyone, I want you to read these questions and I want you to start thinking about what you want to say. Just write down some notes. What is your dream job? You can just quickly write a couple notes. All right, my dream job is just write here teacher, and then you can write here. Okay, why teacher? All right, being a teacher is an interesting job, pays well sometimes. Um, what else? The job is a secure job, a safe job, secure job. Um, let's see. You can help others, right? So I'm just writing some notes. All right. This is what you should do by next class. Just think about some information, some details you want to talk about, and then next class we can start to build a conversation with your partner. All right. All this information down here, guys, is about the grading system. I'm going to talk about this every class until we do the test, so I'm not going to talk about it now. But again, you can look at this on the LMS and check out how to get the best grade. Okay, so this is the 4 points for delivery, 4 points for grammar and vocabulary, 4 points for content and relevance. All right, everything makes sense, and then 4 points for you tried, you did your best job. All right. Okay, guys, I will see you on Thursday or Friday, and we'll practice in class. Very important. Don't skip the class, guys. I will see you then. Have a good day. Bye-bye.